Hi there, I'm Henry from the training team here at Justice, and today we're here to talk about some of the features that are unique to JustisOne. First of all, we're going to start off with our key paragraphs feature. This is the passage that you can see appearing on the left-hand side of our screen over here in the overview. This is showing us the most subsequently quoted part of this particular case that we're looking at the moment. Within this case, the most quoted part appears in paragraph 95. I'll just click on this and I'll explain what's going on with it as it loads in. So what we're doing here is we're looking at every case which is subsequently cited RBVAS, and we're looking within those subsequent cases to see if they have ever quoted a particular part of this case. The reason we're doing this is we're looking to try and see if a particular part of this case either sets or amends a point of law. If it has been, subsequent cases will be referring to this particular part of the case. Within these key passages, once you click on them, they will highlight within the body of your judgment for you. And if you click onto the highlights, you will get a list of all the cases which have subsequently quoted that exact part of the case. To dismiss this view, you simply press the X on the top right-hand side of the judgment. And if you want to view every single part of the case which has subsequently received a quotation, you can click on this Highlight All Quoted Passages button. Next up, we have the Citations and Sources button, which you can click into on the right-hand screen over here. This shows you everywhere external to JustisOne where you might be able to access this particular content. We list both subscription and free services here, and all of these links which we provide will take you straight through to the exact resource on the third-party database. So for example, if I click into this one over here, it doesn't just take me to the home page of Bailey, it takes me through to the exact reference for this particular case on that particular resource. It will work exactly the same way for the subscription services as well, subject of course to a third-party login. Next up, we have our multiple view feature, which you can use to open up multiple documents side by side. It's great for comparative research, so you can work across multiple documents side by side, working across both the full text record and the document analysis tools, all within one view. You can work between the open documents that you have by using the arrows on the top right-hand side, so you can scroll between all your open records. For now though, we'll return into our single page view by clicking on the single view button at the top. Finally, we have our precedent map. This is a visual representation of the case we're looking at. The big white circle in the middle represents our case. The circles on the inside represent the cases which were cited within this case, and the circles on the outside with the arrows pointing in are the subsequent cases which have made a citation to our particular case. They go around in chronological order, with the first case to have cited your particular case on the bottom left-hand side, going around clockwise to the most recent on the bottom right-hand side. And they're all color-coded, so you can at a glance tell the treatment type. The sizes of the circles is relevant as well. The larger the circle, the more cases they have in common with your specific case. With the example of the Stella case, its circle is quite large. We know that it gives a citation to RBVAS, but if I click into the case, we see that it shares 4 cases in common with our particular case. It cites 2 cases, which also cited RBVAS itself, and also is cited within 2 subsequent cases, which have also cited RBVAS. From here, you can get the idea that the nature of discussion in our Stella Coffee case is likely to be fairly in line with the discussion in our original case. If I decide that any one of these is of enough interest to want to do further research into, I simply double-click on the circle for that case. This will shift the view of the precedent map onto that specific case, and again, you can work your way between all the case relationships just within a few particular clicks. When we're done working in this view, you can either click on the name of the case you want to return to, use the arrows on the top left-hand side to navigate between your precedent maps as well. That was a very quick overview about some of the unique features of JustisOne. If you'd like to know more, or you'd like to organise a training session to go into anything that we've talked about in a little bit more detail, don't hesitate to get in touch with the training team at training@justice.com. Thank you very much.